Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode number 15 of our FC 26 career mode here with Bolton Wanderers. It wasn't the best showing in the previous episode, was it? 4 points from a possible 12, and that includes defeats to Burnley, draw to Norwich and Birmingham, and finally we did bounce back with a victory against Derby County in our final league game of the previous episode. Some tough games coming up here. We play Preston North End and Cardiff City are right now in the bottom four. So you'd expect us to gain momentum with those two games. And we have got a very tough FA Cup game there against Manchester City. Let's be honest, we could care less about the FA Cup right now. I don't know. Maybe someone watching will be a Bolton Wanderers fans. If Bolton Wanderers say they are in the Championship, an opportunity in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, for the Bolton Wanderers fans, would you rather win the FA Cup and remain in the Championship, or would you rather get yourself promoted back to the Premier League? And of course, if it means getting knocked out in the FA Cup, well, we're never going to win that game against City anyway, so we can forget about that. Let's put focus here on the first one of today's episode. It will be Preston North End. That will be a tough one for us, given that they are in the bottom four right now, and they will be trying to do everything possible, Preston North End, to remain in the Championship this season. I think I've said a couple of times before that these teams in and around the bottom half of the table at this stage of the season, this is the worst time to be facing this team. They've got a lot to play for. They want to stay up in the Championship, and I'm sure this is going to be a difficult one here. We've only conceded 29 goals in the Championship, making it the best in the division. Preston North End have only scored 33 goals, which makes them the worst in the division in terms of goal scoring. Well, that just tells you this game will be a cagey one. And we just need to do enough to get a goal and try to keep a clean sheet at the other end, as we have done a lot of times this season. But 24-minute play, still nothing to show for it so far. Simons, who makes things tick for us in midfield. Randall plays in a clever run from Clayton Taylor, who curls one to the top right-hand corner. Sometimes we play some sensational stuff like this and break teams down so easily. But we have occasions where we struggle to get in good goal-scoring positions like that. But that is an excellent finish, wasn't it? For his fourth goal of the Championship season. I think 3 of those have come recently as well. It's good to see that he's beginning to score goals rather than just the assist. We predicted how this game was going to go right from the very start. 84-minute play. It's one shot that we've had so far, and that was the goal. Preston North End, I believe, have only got a shot as well up until now, making it 2 shots for them in the game, but that was off target. We will see this one out there with a 1-0 boring victory. But at this stage of the season, you don't need it to be pretty. You just need to do enough to collect the 3 points. And that's exactly what we've done here to keep the momentum going. That still keeps us top of the league, I believe. I'm just going to show you here. Look at that. We only had a shot in the game, and that was the goal. And Preston North End had 2 shots. And one of those was the one you saw in the 86th minute. It's not like I don't want to show you the highlights, but sometimes you have games like this where there's barely no highlights to show you. And in other news here, we've got Cyrus Christie a little disappointed not playing the last game. I think that's selfish, mate, considering we won the game, and I don't think you're better than Swansea, who has been playing fantastic for us in that right-back position anyway. Considering he's one of the experienced players on the team right now, I think he should put his personal agendas in the back burner a bit and be a little bit more supportive of the team. I'm disappointed with that message, by the way. Bonham excited that he's of his chances playing games right now. This is what you want to see. He's not played since our last cup game, and he's not complaining. Tell you what, you will get an opportunity to start the game against Manchester City, son. I'm proud of you for that. Unlike our experienced Cyrus Christie, who is complaining about, it's not the time to complain about lack of game times. Let's be honest, considering what's at stake right now for us. But youth academy player unsettled here for Duncan Sterling. Well, if you've played career mode enough, you would know at this stage of the season, you will have a few and 1 or 2 unsettled youth academy players, but we're not going to be bullied into promoting anyone into the first team that we don't have to. We've already promoted 3 players so far. Duncan Sterling, potential is okay, but at the same time, we have promoted enough players this season. Now, if he cannot wait until the start of next season, he can go ahead and terminate his contract. I really don't mind. Arlo Bartlett, another player, if that potential doesn't improve, we might terminate his contract as well. Curtis Parry, exactly the same. We will watch out for that potential. Oh wow, 50 games already in charge as the Bolton Wanderers gaffer. That is the first big milestone for us here today against Cardiff City in front of the home fans at the Toughsheet Community Stadium. To be honest with you, it's giving that Cardiff City a second from bottom right now. You would think it would be an easy game for us, right? Given how both teams have performed. But as we saw against Preston North End, it's never easy when you face these teams in and around the bottom right now. Most important thing though is that we get the victory today. It doesn't really matter how pretty it is, how we score the goals. We just need to do all we can to secure 3 points against a Cardiff team that will be hard to beat today. Tell you what though, on paper they don't have the best of teams, don't get me wrong, but I still think they've got better quality than we have on paper. When you look at players like Simic, who is on the box now, off target, when you look at a few players in this team, they maybe should be doing a bit better. We haven't really controlled this one as we would like so far, but there's still a long way to go in this game. Randall, we just need to get him more in that pocket of space. He's been efficient for us playing as... Oh, that's so easy, Dolby! No! I tell you what. Dolby, the Sam Dolby from the first half of the season, absolutely buries that. But it's all about confidence for strikers, isn't it? It's all about confidence for strikers. When they're scoring goals, it feels they can do no wrong. It's Sam Dolby again on that far post. Now, the Sam Dolby from the first half of the season, one of those chances he would have buried to put us 1-0 up. But that is yet again off target. They need to get him to start scoring goals again, man. Especially with, 7 games to go from now to the end of the season. If we get him to start scoring goals again, it might just be the goals that keep us in that top 2 come the end of this season. Odegaard plays in Sam Dolby. Back to Odegaard, twinkle toes there. He's done well, to retain possession. It's Swansea making the overlapping run. He's causing all sorts of trouble making that overlapping run today. And it's Odegaard, Nicholas Odegaard, the Norwegian, with the second goal of his season since joining us in the January transfer window. He started quite well here, Norwegian has had an excellent start to life in the Bolton Wanderers shirt. And the fans are loving him. The fans have took to him. It's hardware. Oh, that is a poor tackle from Conway. And that's going to be a yellow card. He's hardworking. He's good on possession. I mean, he makes decent runs in behind. He creates goals. He scores goals. What more can you ask for? It's a yellow card there. We have made a few substitutions, which we did not get to see. What is this? This is a team in and around the bottom right now. They had a free kick in a dangerous position to put a cross in the box, but for some reason, the AI decided to be brain dead, and that is awful. No wonder they're in the bottom of the league right now. That ball, especially when you have a striker like Simic, who is 6'4" or 6'3", who can win headers, that ball should be going in the box. But anyway, they're not my team. Oh no, this could be the second. Good save. Odegaard taps it out for the second goal. And I like the fact that we've gone the other end to absolutely punish them there. Because that's poor play from Cardiff City. Now, that free kick should definitely have gone in the box, but they have decided to do something stupid. That's the end of the game. It's a 2-0 victory. It was a lot more comfortable than I thought, to be honest. I thought we were going to struggle in this game, but Osaichi had a good game. Odegaard, of course, scoring 2 goals. Good game as well. All 3 points. Like I said, it doesn't matter how you win these games right now. You just need to keep the momentum going. Well, as we saw in the last game, that was my 50th managerial appearance as the Bolton Wanderers manager, which I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that, but not very often. you get the opportunity to face Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, and that's what we're doing here in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. It's going to be a tough game for us. It's going to be a really tough one. The last Premier League team we faced was, I believe, Tottenham. And if I can remember correctly, in that Tottenham game, it was like men against boys. Honestly, we were battered all game. Tottenham only scored a one goal, which wasn't too bad, the result. But I don't think we had a shot in that game against Tottenham, which I felt it was a different experience. Against Manchester City here, it's going to be even tougher for us. But come on, the Trotters. Pep Guardiola, a manager struggling to deliver at the moment. Well, if Pep is struggling to deliver, what chances have any other managers got to survive? I mean, he set the standards so high over the last few years in England, in Spain, in Germany, and a slight dip in form, finishing second for Pep. It's a disaster. You know, his team not getting through to the semi-finals and finals of the Champions League. It's also a disaster. That's how high he set the bar. But that is a really strong starting 11 there for the home side. The likes of Haaland and the team, they've got Cherky as well, Bernardo Silva start. I mean, what if we can just survive the first half? Who knows what might happen? It's the magic of the FA Cup, right? But this is probably the toughest opponent we have faced till date in this save. And if we do get ourselves promoted, these are the sort of teams we will be facing in the Premier League. But in possession here, of course, we will try ourselves to play football as well. But that's not how you play football. You cannot give it away in dangerous positions like this. Not when you're facing a team like Manchester City. And just like that, possession lost in dangerous area. A few passes later, and the citizens get the first goal. Bernardo Silva there as well. Easy finish for the Portuguese. That is so disappointing, man, to give a goal, to give away a goal. And it's tough enough facing a team like Manchester City. When you give them a goal like that so early in the first half, it makes your job so much difficult, doesn't it? With one possession back, if we're going to do something in this game, it's going to have to come on a break like this. Odegaard, 2 goals in his last game. That was so close for the Norwegian to get the equalizer for us. That was really close. That was close. I mean, it's good so far. We are managing to play football. It's not been all Manchester City, as we saw in the chance earlier on. Cross there, Clayton Taylor attacks. What a save from Donnarumma in goal. I tell you what, there's a lot of positives to take from this game so far. Yes, City are winning the game as you'd expect, rightly so. They've got better quality than we have, but we have shown what we can do on the other end. That corner there leading to nothing, and the shot again from Odegaard is just narrowly off target. It's only a matter of time, though, before City get their second goal. So far, we have played quite well, but Reinders on the right-hand side there goes back to Rodri. Rodri to Haaland. Haaland turns and finds the bottom left-hand corner and to put the citizens 2 goals in front. And if you thought it wasn't over at 1-0, it's certainly over now at 2-0. That is a classic Haaland as well. Find him in the box. He's so clinical. 10, left foot, bottom left corner. In you go. City are going for the third here. 60 minutes in the second half. Over the top to Doku, who's had a quiet game so far. A little bit of a surprise. Osai Tutu have done well to handle the wide player from the left-hand side. Haaland plays in Silva. Silva to Reinders. It's a save. I mean, it's 2. It could have been 3-4 already in this game. We've had chances of our own. We've forced Donnarumma into an excellent save. We had an attempt earlier on with Odegaard, but City have showed their class, isn't it? It's all about that quality. Rodri there with the header on the far post goes off target. Over the top this time to Cherky. It's done well there, though, to win possession for us. I think it's George Johnston playing in that left-back position today. Over the top here to Odegaard. Odegaard control! And yet again, he can't hit the target. He's had some of the best chances for us in this game, but just can't score. It's game over now. 86 minutes played. If anything, City might just get one more here before the end. But Cherky back to Rodri. Rodri to Reinders. Reinders drives forward. He beats one or two players and he finds the top corner to put City 3-0 in front. 88 minutes played. And we have been battered here at the Etihad. It's been a tough game. It's been a really tough game. As you'd expect, facing a team like Manchester City, and Pep celebrate. The pressure must be high on him right now for him to celebrate beating Bolton Wanderers in the FA Cup. It is the quarterfinals, I suppose. So it's good to see, though, that after everything is won, he's still taking this competition serious. Well, Duncan Sterling have decided to terminate his contract here, which is a little bit of a shame, but that is not going to give us sleepless nights, I tell you that for free. For our next couple of games here, we've got Queen's Park Rangers, who are in the bottom three right now. We're still top of the league. We're still a point above West Ham. However, Sheffield United and the likes of Wolverhampton Wanderers have dropped off a bit. Well, Sheffield United have still got a game in hand, which if they win that game, it will take them to 77 points with 6 games to go until the end of the season. Oh my goodness. Can we actually do this? Can we finish in the top 2 in one of those automatic promotion places? With the FA Cup out of sight and out of mind now, we can focus on our remaining few games of the season, starting with Queen's Park Rangers up next. I'm still unsure whether it's a blessing or a curse right now, playing teams in and around the bottom. This time it's Queen's Park Rangers, a team just above the relegation places right now, and with a caretaker manager in charge, I'm sure he would want to do everything possible to ensure his team stays up, and who knows, he might just get the Queen's Park Rangers managerial position come the start of next season. That is our starting 11. The in-form Odegaard starts, and Randall, who's also been in a good run of form, starts for us. For Rangers, 4-4-2 formation, good players in that starting 11. Tried to use that overlapping run there of Conway from the left-hand side, but just couldn't make that decision in time. It looks like Erahon is down injured. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. He's an important player for us. We cannot be losing a player like Erahon at this stage of the season, man. Because if it's anything too serious, he's out for the season. And Xavier Simons is having a whole game here, you know, that's twice. He's giving away possession in 18 minutes. Big chance there for Richard Kone to put Rangers in front. Tell you what, though, there isn't many strikers, in my opinion, on this game better than Richard Kone. He can absolutely do everything. Oh, just talking about Richard Kone, man. He missed that opportunity earlier on in the 18th minute. I know a lot about him, because if you did watch our Tranmere Rovers career mode, he was sensational. He's such a good striker on the game, man. Pace, power, is good on the air. He's got fantastic agility. And of course, his finishing is ridiculous. Look at that. We're 1-0 down. I said I didn't know whether it was a blessing or a curse. But right now, it's looking like a curse. The fact that we're playing these teams in and around the bottom. It's only a matter of time before we drop points against these sorts of teams. That is not looking good here. Big chance to get the leveler there just before the end of the first half. I think that was Randall that got to the end of that cross. We will have to definitely take off Erahon in this at the start of the second half. The earliest opportunity, we have to take him off. He's struggling at the moment, but it's 1-0 to the away team in the first half. Substitution here. Odegaard being replaced by Osai Tutu. Sheehan, our captain, comes on to replace the injured Erahon. And I think it was Ethan Whitley, the third substitute, coming on. I'm not exactly too sure now. I made those substitutions a while ago. Oh, what a bullet header from Forino. That is the first touch from Randall coming off the bench. That cross was his first touch, and he's already got an assist. His 6th assist or 5th assist of the season, and his first goal for the centre-back. Our most important centre-back right now, Forino, has been fantastic. recently. But we get the leveler. Still a long time to go until the end of the game. Only 58-minute play. But it's good to get the equalizer, and hopefully we can go on to get the winner. Substitution here again. Clayton Taylor coming on, being replaced rather by Gale. We've barely been able to get the ball back here, to get some possession since we got that equalizer. It's been all Queen's Park Rangers asking the question. The pass took a little bit of a deflection, and it fell kindly to Kone, who then played in Ryan Coley, another fantastic striker in the Queen's Park Rangers ranks, and he puts them 2-1 in front. Oh, come on. We cannot lose this game. West Ham are right behind us right now. Over the top. It's been dealt with. But I think Swanson is just about going to keep that one alive. Into Sheehan. Sheehan now to Simon. Simon placing Joao Randall. Bottom left-hand corner to get the leveler again for the second time in this game. Queen's Park Rangers have put themselves ahead. Well, we have come from behind to get the leveler. 10 minutes to go here. Can we go on to get the winner? It will be a fantastic result for us if we can go on to get the winner here. We could well go on to concede and give Queen's Park Rangers the victory, or that's just off target. To play these teams right now, man. We had an fairly easy game against Cardiff. Difficult game against Preston North End. We came away with a 1-0 victory, early goal in the first half for that game. But with 4 minutes of stoppage time here, can we get it? Can we get it forward as quick as we can? That is excellent build-up play. And Sam Dolby with the last kick of the game. It puts us in front for the first time in this game. It's 19th championship goal of the season. And what a way to win it, and what has been a terrific game, an electric game here in front of the home fans at the Toughsheet Community Stadium. This is that never die attitude that we have here with Bolton Wanderers. Lots of the many positives in our last game. One of the negatives is that Erahon has picked up an injury. Let's see how long he's gonna be out for. Wow, that's his season over. That is Erahon's season over. He's going to be out for 3 months with a broken toe, which is unfortunate for him. He has played a significant part to what we are so far achieving this season. So if we do end up finishing in those top 2, we must remember his performances. But up next is a West Brom side that we came from behind 2-0 to earn a point at home. This time, we are away from home. Come on, the Trotters. Tell you what's crazy going into this game against West Brom. If we pick up one more injury right now, we will not have enough bodies to be able to complete our substitute bench. That might just mean forfeiting games if we don't have enough players. But I don't think it will get to that extreme anyway, because we can always promote players from the academy for covers. But with Erahon being injured, that means Simon and Sheehan will start probably the rest of the games now in those two centre defensive midfield positions. Good players though, to be honest. Got a corner here earlier on in the first half, 11 minutes. I can barely see a thing right now. It's the sun on the stadium. It's just, I can barely see. Oh, Sheehan. Well, whilst I cannot see, I tell you who can see now. It's Sheehan coming close there to put us in front. That is not a bad strike. It wasn't too far away. He had to score welding in this save so far. The sorts of goals we score are usually, crosses, headers, nice build-up play. We're struggling right now. That's soft, but the referee's going to give us a free kick there. We'll just go short with this one and try to force our way using the width. That's the ball to the number 4, I believe, Simon. Simon's back to Swansea. He's been so important, pivotal for us, Swansea, in that right back position. But what a pass from Simon. But his 6th assist of the season. He's quietly going about his business in that CDM position, hasn't he? We don't talk about him too much. I've mentioned how important it is in terms of breaking up those play for us. But this is something he does quite well. Down the other end, finding the assist, finding that final pass. And that's his 5th goal for Taylor. We've started the game so well, in terms of In my opinion, there are a few ways to dominate a game. You can dominate a game defensively, you can dominate a game offensively, and you can dominate a game in possession. So far, this game, defensively and in possession, we have been by far the best team. We've not necessarily created too many chances, especially in that first half. But I mean, that's one of the players that if we get promoted this season, we will be looking at him next season. Price. He's a quality central attacking midfielder, isn't he? But aside 2-2 goes into Odegaard. He plays much better for his country, Isaac Price, doesn't he? For Northern Ireland, plays much better for them compared to his form recently for West Brom. Have been a little bit quiet, overlapping run from a side 2-2. And he plays in. Is that Nicholas Odegaard? No, it's Ethan Whitley, the second half substitute off the bench to give us the second goal. And it's game over. Because it was a completely different game in the reverse fixture here. The second leg against West Brom, or this game against West Brom, have been much easier than I expected it to be honest. They didn't really cause us too many troubles. We created a couple of decent chances. We took those chances, and it's a 2-0 victory. Well then, that has been much better in terms of result and performances compared to the previous episode. We're still top of the league. West Ham still going head-to-head with ourselves right now with just 4 games to go until the end of the season. It's looking like we will hang on to one of those top 2 positions now, honestly, with 13 points above Sheffield United side in third, who have got a game in hand. So let's assume Sheffield United win their game in hand. We just need to pick up a win from our final 3 games of the season, and that secures automatic promotion for us. At this stage, though, you want to go on to win the league if you can, and we're going to try and do that in the next episode. You've got Burnley in 4th, Wolves in 5th, Swansea making up the rest of the top 6 there. For the bottom 3, you've got Lincoln, Cardiff, and Portsmouth in the bottom 3. Both teams are looking like at least 2 of those teams from there will get relegated come the end of this season. For the race for Golden Boots, you've got the likes of Felipe and Castellanos now far away from Dalby. I don't think he's got any chance now of winning that Golden Boot. He will essentially need to score about 12 goals in his last 4 games to go past the likes of Felipe and Castellanos, who you would expect would get goals themselves in the next few games. But for assists, you have got again Felipe still leading the way. Taylor on 11 assists though, which is good to see. The likes of Fleming, McBurney, a lot of strikers there in that top 10 for assists. For clean sheet, you've got Goodman. I think he's going to be winning that Golden Globes come the end of this season. 18 clean sheets. He's having an unbelievable season. It's a shame that so far we haven't been able to make that loan move permanent as we try to do in the January transfer window. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.